let us be very clear here. This ain't no guide on how to find the guy, nor will we be discussing what to do following his death. You want any of that, plus a video or two about the best and funniest and maybe fastest ways to defeat him, I suggest you head to any of these videos here. No. What we're here to do is revisit and update the one method that just about every solo player decides to attempt, the bee cheese. Here's the thing though, it actually still works. The issue is the bee deployment nowadays, as at some point, they started dropping in a straight line as you saw, which leads to several either never getting into the fight itself, or trying to fight you. And yeah, that's not ideal, even if it is still entirely feasible and efficient. But I think the solution here will be one to sway you away, as it's essentially the same deal, but way safer. So let us spin right round, yes. And we'll be doing just that with one of these puppies, rudders. Now chances are you have never even flippin' seen or heard of these things, and that's because they sort of came and went with the Moon Key Island update due to their lack of practical uses. But trust me, at least one will be required from here on out if this is something you wish to attempt yourself. But the final piece of the puzzle, you ask? The bees, of course. Only this time, we're going to be smashing 4 of the suckers into one of the many bee mines as you can. To be fair though, you can easily get away with like 4 or 5 of them. Heck, technically speaking, we only need 1, although the fight's just going to take forever, of course. But what you see is what you're shooting for, as we're looking to set off each mine back to back, as yes, their activation range leaves a lot to be desired. If you just smash them all together at the front of the boat, hoping they're all gonna activate, you're gonna be in for a world of pain, as the rest will simply go to waste, especially when the boat sinks. But activate a rudder or two, and things just become a nautical circle of death, pretty much. And now the fight is on. You should know 2 things immediately. The bees are not killer bees, therefore they will give us no trouble once the fight is done, very much unlike the original method, and also how I'm sticking as close as I can to the bout, which might seem kind of pointless, but it's not. For you see, if the Crab King believes that we are still fighting ourselves, he will never use his freezing blizzard attack, meaning none of the bees will ever become frozen. Keep this up throughout the fight while doing your best to not get caught by his claws, and the bees will shred him in minutes, especially if you got a ton of the suckers. But do you have to do what I'm doing? No. Not at all. You can just as easily place dwarf stars all around the Crab King to help unfreeze your bees while you teleport to, and just sit on a boat off in the distance and let them do literally everything. But that's for you to decide if you want to go that route. For now, just enjoy the rest of this quote-unquote new method. And yes, I'm well aware that I just made you sit through a very familiar fight, as it really hasn't changed apart from the initial setup, but hey, we aren't finished yet, so I'll make it up to ya. As what if I told you that there has been another bee method release since last we spoke? What if Wickerbottom's epic cultural notes here gave us the best bee business there is? Well, maybe that is, and it's got a pretty big drawback. Now, Wicker can have up to 16 Grumblebees at once, all of which will deal 30 whopping damage a pop, which is way more than any regular stinger out there. However, they are considered followers, so if Wickerbottom gets too far, they will be more attracted to her and not what they were supposed to be stinging themselves. Yeah, also not good. So yes, unfortunately for many out there, you will have to be directly involved if you go this route. Thing is though, if you know that your ultimate priority is the boat, then I think you'll be okay. Yeah, sure, it can be a bit overwhelming balancing the act of stopping his attacks with an ice staff, killing the claws, healing the boat, and repeating all of that over and over and over again very swiftly as the spells continue to fire off, but again, focus on the boat over joining the fight. The bees will do the work for you. Want an example of what I mean? Just watch the remainder of this attempt itself. And there you have it, everyone. A 2-for-1 revisit of the Crab King Bee Method Guide, updated for all your needs. It's still one of the safer ways to handle the bees solo, believe it or not. However, I will always throw my weight behind bunnymen. They're just way too fast and efficient not to. But you do you. Thanks for watching, folks. Well wishes to all. Don't get stung yourself. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.